Thomas the tank engine has worked on his branch line for many years, although he hasn't done it alone. He works with Toby, who runs the line to the quarry, and Percy, who manages the goods on the line. The three are a fantastic trio, but the way you'd hear Thomas speak, you'd think he ran the branch line all by himself. "It's a shame," he said as he backed onto the water tower one day. "Percy breaks down at the harbour, and I have to take his trucks along with my coaches. Anyone would think this branch line is only run by one engine." Toby scoffed at him from the other side of the yard. "You can't run up to the quarry roads though, and you can't always pull goods." Thomas laughed rudely. "I could take care of all the work on this line. I did it for years before you and Percy arrived." And he puffed away importantly. Toby knew Thomas had a tendency to boast, and knew to ignore him when he got in his moods. But all the same, he hoped Thomas would get his comeuppance. The next morning, Thomas woke early, expecting to see Percy repaired and arranging his trucks. He was surprised then to see Percy still being mended. "Percy," he said in alarm, "what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be repaired?" "Afraid not, Thomas," Percy said smugly. Toby then puffed out of the shed before grinding to a halt. "Ouch," he said, barely containing a smile from view. "My brakes have been stiff all week. Could you check on them, driver?" Toby's driver jumped down from the footplate and inspected under his cowcatchers. "Your brakes have jammed, old boy. Looks like Thomas will have to run to the quarry and take Percy's stone trucks as well as his own trains." Thomas went pale. "I can't do all of that. What about my passengers?" "I thought you could run this line all by yourself," Percy cut in. "You'd been doing it for years since we arrived," Toby added. Thomas was frantic. "I'm sorry, I didn't mean it." And before he could say anything more, "I would hope so too." So Topham Hatt walked up to the engine shed. "Toby told me all about your boasting. I truly am, sir. Please, I need help. I can't do all this on my own." And just like that, Percy and Toby both went off to collect their trains. Thomas was dumbfounded, but Topham Hatt laughed. "I hope you've learned a valuable lesson here, little Thomas." And with that, he strode away. Thomas now gives Percy and Toby the highest praise whenever he sees them, and always lends a buffer whenever they need it. Percy and Toby are always appreciative, of course, and will return the favour in any way. But they know as well that whenever Thomas starts to complain about doing extra work, all they need to do is talk about being repaired or having stiff brakes.